What stood out to you when you first started here, and how has that changed now that you've been here for a while?
I'd say the first thing that stood out to me was the shop was pretty small and messy. My first interview with the owner, I felt like he was a little bit reserved. He didn't laugh a lot or anything like that. By the end of the interview, we were laughing. When I started working here, the technicians that were here and the work that was being done was still a little bit hard pressed. When I got here as a master mechanic, it was kind of like putting out a bunch of fires, but the owner is a master technician, and we quickly hit it off, and I quickly realized that this shop has camaraderie and understanding of the technicians more than just about any other shop I've worked at. At this point, I've been working professionally on cars for about 13 years. So that's saying a little bit at least. But I realized there was a lot of really good people here trying their very hardest to do the best work they possibly could, which for me was a big difference from most of the other shops I've ever worked at.
What's something about working here that most people wouldn't expect?
Well, I mean, off the bat, the shop is pretty small and cramped, so you wouldn't expect that we would be doing large diesel trucks, large engine replacements, large heavy line jobs, very complex and technical jobs in a shop that's relatively cramped and fairly primitive. I mean, we have good high quality tools, but overall we're fairly tight in a pretty small space. But we're able to achieve the unachievable. I mean, people generally come here when no one else has been able to figure out the problem. So we focus on the impossible, the things that no one else can figure out, and we figure it out and we get it done.
From your perspective as a technician, what does it mean to you to take care of someone's vehicle the right way?
Well, I was trained by my grandfather, and he taught me a pretty strict moral code when it comes to working on other people's cars. We have to consider the fact that we're dealing with people's daily safety, and whether or not we do a job correctly and right basically determines whether or not they can leave the shop safely and go about their daily lives.
What makes that part of the job rewarding for you?
Well, I grew up working on cars, so basically doing anything on them and doing it the right way has always brought me a lot of joy and fun. It's a lot of fun to work on cars and to do things the right way. So when you're given the chance and the opportunity to, it's very pleasant and very rewarding personally. The fact that extends over to customers is kind of just a lucky coincidence. There are quite a few people like me in this industry that, generally speaking, we do this because we enjoy doing it, and doing it right brings us a great deal of joy and satisfaction.
What does a good day look like for you here?
A good day basically looks like getting the work done, getting the cars out, getting it done properly, and not having them come back due to poor work, for lack of better words. A good day is when we have a lot of work in and get it all out properly and within the time frames that our customers want, and ultimately making our customers happy and feel like we did a good job and looked after them the way that they felt that they needed to be looked after.
What makes this shop different from other places you've worked?
Um, I mean, a lot of things. I've never worked in a shop in all my years that has the same level of friendship and camaraderie that this shop has. Basically, everyone here gets along like we grew up together. We're always, playing music, laughing, having a good time, joking around, and then at the same time, getting work done, getting big jobs done, and moving forward with large projects.
What's something you or the team does here that customers might not always see, but makes a big difference in how their car is taken care of?
Well, I mean, as the shop foreman, I'm always sort of making sure that everybody does things the way that I would want it done on my vehicle. When I was trained as a very young man, I was basically taught that if there's something that's a little weird, a little broken, a bolt missing, some hardware loose, you just go ahead and fix it. You kind of just go above and beyond no matter what. You don't watch the clock and use that as an excuse to do bad work. It's a little bit hard to describe, but there's always some little thing that you can fix, that you can go out of your way to fix, whether it was your job or not. And I don't know that I've worked at very many places that was the case, that it's actually encouraged here, and I encourage it with the guys that I work with and the guys that I'm leading.
What's a moment here where you felt really proud of the work you did?
I mean, basically every day that I come in. Sometimes you get these jobs that are incredibly taxing and tedious, and there's a lot to them. Getting those types of jobs done really is it's a sigh of joy. Basically, anytime I have a very large job that requires a lot of disassembly, and I get it done in the time or below the time, and then the vehicle never comes back. And since I've worked here, I've had several of those experiences. I had a big job on a large Dodge truck that when I first started here, a lot of disassembly, got it done in the time that was allotted for me, and that truck has never been back since. So